Foda-se.
The tag team championship
Tô mesmo
simultaneously.
com isto.
That briefcase. Here he goes.
This might not have been a wise move for him here, Michael.
How'd he do that?
I don't know, Michael, but good thing. I don't think he could have taken much more of that.
The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something Miz hasn't done yet. He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, Daniel Bryan stole that team. Also, when The Miz wins here and then cashes in later tonight, he'll have plenty of main events in his future.
Just ruthless. The majority of the WWE Universe here tonight is trying to will Daniel Bryan back into this matchup.
Corey, that's because a lot more people relate to Daniel Bryan than they do The Miz.
Relate to Daniel Bryan? How can you relate to a guy who doesn't own a TV or eat meat?
Even though Daniel Bryan did not have the best track record as an NXT rookie, I think a win tonight would make going for broke.
Is he done? Between his, and he escapes the submission.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
I just cannot believe the disrespect The Miz had to endure at the hands of Daniel Bryan. All he wanted to do on NXT was help Bryan, and that vegan nerd never listened.
Whoa, disrespect? Disrespect? The Miz slapped Daniel Bryan in the face on the very first episode of NXT. If I were ever to be on NXT, I'd never take that kind of abuse from my pro.
You on NXT? And that one grounds him.
I didn't realize he had such a glass jaw. You guys brought up Miz and Bryan's relationship on NXT. Obviously, Bryan can't learn any new moves from The Miz, but ironically, Bryan's hatred of The Miz did awaken the personality Miz said Bryan lacked.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Ooh, what a jawbreaker.
Jarring impact. He needs to capitalize on it now.
I can't believe that going for the cover. Daniel Bryan kicks out easily.
Soon.
Wow, everybody's on the edge of their seats because they know that the WWE United States Championship is at stake. Let's do this.
Daniel Bryan looking to attack from high.
We discussed Daniel Bryan's last place finish on NXT back when he was on that show. Boy, am I glad he didn't win. Can you imagine this nerd in the main event WWE Championship match tonight the NXT winner earned?
I can easily imagine it. Despite your thoughts, I believe that Daniel Bryan has many more main events in his future.
Incoming.
The Miz showing how A-listers do things out there.
Why would anyone, please tell me, why would anyone root for Daniel Bryan? He's an indie internet nerd. He doesn't eat meat, he doesn't own a TV, and he has absolutely no personality, and he is a dog named Asparagus.
Oh my gosh, who cares what Daniel Bryan eats or watches or what his dog's name is? He's great in the ring, and for the record, he showed a lot of personality when he called you out after his NXT elimination.
Please.
He wants no part of this. Look out!
He's left wide open here.
I don't think he even realizes it. He looks dazed.
This is about to get bad.
Will it be?
I think so.
And Miz kicks out.
The Miz has done it all in this business, so he can escape from jams like that in his sleep.
Oh, the yes lock is cinched in.
Is he going to get him with the yes lock?
But can he follow up here? You don't want to get locked into that move for a long time.
He somehow breaks free.
Nice, but he clearly has next to nothing left to give here.
What a slam.
Impactful. Will jar your spine.
Harsh impact.
Down he goes.
That'll do it every time.
Beautiful technique.
Well, what happens if the Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
What hasn't happened yet, has it, Byron?
It could be on the verge of occurring. Daniel Bryan from the top rope. Miz is in trouble.
Yeah, but look at the Miz fight back. What a warrior.
Great wherewithal from the Miz. Daniel Bryan hung out to dry.
Oh, no!
Just like that, the Miz has turned the tides in this matchup.
This is what I'm talking about. He goes for the cover. And he got a near fall out of it.
Only thing I can say is yes! Yes! Somehow Daniel Bryan is staying in it.
Oh, what impact.
The Miz's grasp on the United States Championship is slowly slipping away.
No! Miz can't lose here tonight. Not like this. Snap suplex.
Very nice.
Big O. You gotta believe this one's over.
Looks like Bryan's gonna be our winner here, guys.
Oh, nice takedown. Looking to lock it in. Lapel lock. The lapel lock is in.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
That's one of the more impressive submissions in today's sports entertainment.
Ooh, what impact.
Here he comes. Impact.
Looks like Bryan's going to be our winner here, guys. But now, can Bryan make the most of this?
He might have it. Specifically targeting the leg.
But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
The Miz's chances just went from bad to worse.
And he finds a way free.
Wow, that was just pure determination, Cole.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Oh my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
The Miz's harsh impact. Daniel Bryan getting absolutely punished right now. That might be the end of Daniel.
Maybe woozy after that impact.
Daniel Bryan getting absolutely punished right now. That might be the end of Daniel Bryan tonight. Whoa!
And this has got to be it. Daniel Bryan kicks out easily. Wow. He's not going to like this.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. The Miz with a nice reversal.
Oh my God.
Oh, what disrespect. This one's over by way of disqualification.
Hey, I'm gonna say this.
Look at the Miz. He's worked hard, he's charismatic, he's smart. He's Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's the United States Champion.
Well, Michael, he may not be one of those things if he lands in Daniel Bryan's lapel lock.
Bryan faced Miz in a submission match on Raw, and he made Miz tap faster than a heavy metal drummer. If that happens tonight, we'll have a new United States Champion.
Miz was saving himself. Oh, the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Oh, man, right to the neck. Uh-oh, he's in trouble here.
He'd be wise to stay right there.
At the oh my goodness, crushing it.
I don't know why anyone's surprised that The Miz and Daniel Bryan's relationship has come to this. The Miz can never keep an ally on his side.
Ain't that the truth? Every person the Awesome One has won the tag titles with has ended up hating The Miz. Remember the night after Extreme Rules?
Goodness, that hurt the shoulder.
The majority of the WWE Universe here tonight is trying to will Daniel Bryan back into this matchup.
Corey, that's because a lot more people relate to Daniel Bryan than they do The Miz.
Relate to Daniel Bryan? How can he relate to a guy who doesn't own a TV or eat meat? The two of you brought up... It's going to take more than that to keep his shoulders down.
Well, unfortunately, yes movements don't die that easily.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
That's how you wear down your opponent. Oh, continuing to punish them.
This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest rising. Watch it. Miz.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Neck breaker.
That could be it. Can't waste any time here.
When this guy's on, look out.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but that quote-unquote nerdy vegan is WWE's most effective submission expert.
And Miz is as crafty as the day is long. That makes for a pretty interesting confrontation.
I don't think he should get up. Look at this.
I believe Daniel Bryan has a strong chance of winning tonight. The guy was trained by Shawn Michaels, who must have taught Bryan a thing or two about high-pressure matches.
What has happened to you, Corey? You've turned into another Saxton. Yeah, and Daniel Bryan was also trained by The Miz. Quite frankly, Bryan should have listened to The Miz more, and maybe he would have won NXT. Look at this. Whoa! Hurricane Rana!
Unbelievable athleticism.
You know what? Can he do it here? And a kick out, not even close on that.
It's gonna take more than that. Daniel Bryan took the Miz's spot at SummerSlam last month, and if he keeps this up, he'll take the U.S. title too. Wow, I thought he was a goner.
The Miz's continued frustrations with Daniel Bryan have manifested in a methodical beating from Mr. Money in the Bank.
Well, if The Miz ends this soon, he might be healthy enough to cash in on the winner of the six-pack elimination WWE Championship match later on the night.
Daniel Bryan always thought he was better than The Miz, but just look at what he's done since dumping Daniel Bryan. He's defending the United States. He's not going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does.
German suplex. At the arm.
Nailed it.
At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this one before somebody gets seriously injured.
Boom, what impact.
Well, what happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
Now that got those shoulders on the mat. Dug down deep and gets the shoulder up.
How'd he do that?
The Miz is looking to end this. Ah, what a neck breaker.
Daniel Bryan getting absolutely punished right now. There's no denying the impact of that move. Oh boy, he is rolling. fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to
Puta que pariu,
capitalize?
meu. Deixa eu ver aqui uma coisa. Como é que chama aquela cena?
He's got him covered.
Hey, mano, foda-se.
Yes! Yes! The Miz wins! The Miz wins!
Minha nossa.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, The Miz.
Daniel Bryan gave it his all, but
Foda-se. Está em lendário, cara.
The entirety of Daniel Bryan's career in WWE, he's had a rival in the form of The Miz, and it's plain to see why, since the polar opposite
ele
stars
rebate
have been
todo,
forced to interact with
filho.
so many points.
Michael, those two did not get along when The Miz was assigned to be
Oh,
Daniel
olha pra
Bryan's
isto.
mentor. Bryan had much better wrestling skills, but The Miz argued that Bryan lacked charisma.
Foda-se.
So you're gonna... Oh, shoulder breaker!
Big boot.
Here we go, Daniel Bryan is in position.
Don't you dare get up, man.
Ooh, that'll mess up your shoulder. Oh, man! Ouch!
Como se o Damis fizesse Big Boot.
Oh, shoulder breaker! Oh, ooh, what a knee lift!
Somebody better check his nose.
The majority of the WWE Universe here tonight is trying to will Daniel Bryan back into this matchup.
Corey, that's because a lot more people relate to Daniel Bryan than they do to Miz.
Relate to Daniel Bryan? How can you relate to a guy who doesn't own a TV or eat meat? I can't believe that Daniel Bryan even has a championship match here tonight. He basically quit NXT, becoming the first person eliminated. He is nothing more than a loser, like you, Saxton.
I agree with the end there, Cole, but the elimination may have been a blessing in disguise. While the rest of the NXT performers formed a nexus, Daniel Bryan stood against their injustices in the main event of SummerSlam.
We discussed Daniel Bryan's last place finish on NXT back when he was on that show. Boy, am I glad he didn't win. Can you imagine this nerd in the main event WWE Championship match tonight? The NXT winner earned.
I can easily imagine it. Despite your thoughts, I believe that Daniel Bryan has many more main events in his future.
This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest
Às vezes não aparece o
rising star.
R2
Daniel
para
Bryan,
rebater.
he's a nerdy vegan. Bryan's got no chance here tonight.
The Miz is doing all he can to damage Daniel Bryan, to negate that dangerous label lock.
I don't want to negate more than that. Bryan has submissions we haven't seen for years in WWE.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but that quote-unquote nerdy vegan is WWE's most effective submission expert.
And Miz is as crafty as the day is long. That makes for a pretty interesting confrontation.
Here we go. Daniel Bryan is in position.
I don't think he should get up.
Incoming.
He's flipped the switch, that's for sure.
Vertical
vertical suplex. Nice. Why would anyone please? He's got the shoulders down. Oh my goodness, crushing it. An impressive series of moves.
Looks like nobody's budging, Cole.
Foda-se.
Full Nelson applied.
Daniel Bryan took the Miz's spot at SummerSlam last month, and if he keeps this up, he'll take the U.S. title too.
Byron, the Miz is the future of the WWE. He has to win tonight. Look out here.
Daniel Bryan just stopped dead in his tracks. Man, he's in bad shape now.
This might be it.
Oh my.
Bryan's in trouble. Uh-oh, what's this? Daniel Bryan is in all kinds of trouble.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Watch it, Miz.
Oh my.
Every time. Oh, nasty.
I'm not sure how much he has left.
There's the cover. Can he do it?
And Daniel Bryan avoids the early pin.
Remarkable.
He's lining him up.
Puta que pariu, mano.
It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over.
The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something
Caralho,
Miz
vai pra
hasn't done yet.
meu.
He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on. Daniel Bryan stole that spot at SummerSlam after John Cena begged The Miz to join his team. Also, when The Miz wins here and then cashes in later tonight, he'll have plenty of main events in his future. Ooh! Infested in a methodical beating from Mr. Money in the Bank.
Well, if The Miz ends this soon, he might be healthy enough to cash in on the winner of the six-pack elimination WWE Championship match later on tonight.
Oh, nasty impact.
Well, what happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it? Shoulders on the mat. Digging deep for a kick out.
Yeah, it's going to take more than that.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Here he goes. Is he done?
Oh, man, foda-se.
Yes, yes, The Miz wins. The Miz wins. Now let's take another look at these guys in action.
Here is your winner, and
Foda-se.
still the United States Champion, The Miz.
Caralho, mano, em que dificuldade esta merda tá? Foda-se. Ei, jogar em easy, mano. Se calhar vou pôr assim, as submissions. Foda-se. Puta que pariu, mano.
The Miz and Daniel Bryan have been polar opposites throughout their careers, making for a fierce rivalry. But the weird part is that the indie darling Daniel Bryan began in WWE as a protege of reality star The Miz at NXT.
Miz and Daniel Bryan were teammates in name only. You know, some NXT pairings, myself and Dolph Ziggler, had excellent pro-rookie relationships. Miz and Bryan, however, hated each other from the very start.
You two brought up that acrimonious relationship between The Miz and Daniel Bryan. Miz abused Bryan, and Bryan fought back, taking Miz's spot in the SummerSlam main event, and then his United States Championship just a month later.
After laying dormant for a few years, The Miz and Daniel Bryan's hatred resurfaced in the infamous
Submission time.
He's losing his grip, Michael.
Nicely done as he gets out of the submission.
Color me surprised, Michael. I did not see that one coming.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Boom, what impact. Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Oh, my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
I believe Daniel Bryan has a strong chance of winning tonight. The guy was trained by Shawn Michaels, who must have taught Bryan a thing or two about high-pressure matches.
What has happened to you, Corey? You've turned into another Saxton. Yeah, and Daniel Bryan was also trained by The Miz. Quite frankly, Bryan should have listened to The Miz more, and maybe he would have won NXT.
Up the turnbuckle goes Daniel Bryan.
Here we go, Daniel Bryan is in position. You know what? I take back what I said about Daniel Bryan potentially winning NXT. Bryan never could have won NXT. He started with a 10-match losing streak. He probably only quit looking for all the glory here. I just cannot believe the disrespect The Miz had to endure at the hands of Daniel Bryan. All he wanted to do on NXT was help Bryan, and that vegan nerd never listened.
Whoa, disrespect? Disrespect? The Miz slapped Daniel Bryan in the face on the very first episode of NXT. If I were ever to be on NXT, I'd never take that kind of abuse from my bro.
You on NXT?
This is going to be bad for Daniel Bryan.
You guys brought up Miz and Bryan's relationship on NXT. Obviously, Bryan can't learn any new moves from The Miz, but ironically, Bryan's hatred of The Miz did awaken the personality Miz said Bryan lacked.
What's he got in mind?
He's flipped the switch, that's for sure. This is not going to end well for Daniel Bryan.
The majority of the WWE Universe here tonight is trying to will Daniel Bryan back into this matchup.
Corey, that's because a lot more people relate to Daniel Bryan than they do The Miz.
Relate to Daniel Bryan? How can he relate to a guy who doesn't own a TV or eat meat? Daniel Bryan always thought he was better than The Miz, but just look at what he's done since dumping Daniel Bryan. He's defending the United States Championship on pay-per-view, formed a tag team with Chris Jericho, and defeated 7 men to win Money in the Bank.
Hey, and that's impressive, but if Daniel Bryan was given those same kind of opportunities, he could be a tag team champion and a Money in the Bank winner.
Byron, you really ticked me off with that comment about The Miz being given opportunities like Money in the Bank. He earned those, and it's internet darlings like Daniel Bryan who everyone expects to get the red carpet treatment.
Oh, internet favorite or not, Daniel Bryan doesn't seem like the type to ask for chances. He's going to take them, and if not, then he'll demand them while trapping you.
What happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight?
Oh boy, he is rolling. Shoulders on the mat. And a kick out too soon.
The yes lock is in. Wow. The yes lock is in.
Unreal. The yes lock. The yes lock is applied. The Miz getting outclassed here tonight, guys.
Oh, caralho, mano.
He did it. Daniel Bryan is U.S. champion.
No, it can't be.
And last but not least, there was this.
Here is your winner and the new United States champion, Daniel Bryan.
That was a fluke. The Miz slipped and Daniel Bryan somehow took advantage.
A long road for Daniel Bryan leads to the United States title.
You know, nothing made me happier than when I'd lock in Lucky 13 and make my opponents tap out.
And I'll tell you, the roof nearly blew off this place in Rosemont when the bell finally rang to end this one.
engraçada esta parte da história.
We're in Boston in a building where many great champions have been crowned, and right now, the tag team titles are on the line. The champions, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth against the unlikely team of Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Talk about an odd couple, Michael. With everything we've seen from Bryan and Kane in the past few weeks, I gotta wonder if Dr. Shelby's anger management therapy can turn these two into a cohesive unit.
What do you know about therapists, Saxton? They've been thrusted into this position while the champions have been centered around their teamwork for the past 5 months. Kane and Bryan only have anger management in common. I wouldn't call that a building block towards tag team titles.
There's a tag. Opponent off the ropes. That's what you call a bad landing.
Hammerlock applied. Oh, no, no. Uh-oh. Oh, it's going to break an arm.
Oh, man. Gosh, why?
Look at this. Suplex.
Well, if you're a believer in anger management therapy, then Dr. Shelby has done a great job with Kane and Daniel Bryan.
Well, what if I'm not a believer in anger management therapy? Mind you, therapy from some quack doctor that I'm pretty sure was certified on the internet, if at all.
Well, Corey, they are out here trying to work together right now. This is at least some testament to how much of an impact anger management has helped. I need to say, guys, if Daniel Bryan and Kane can work together and win here tonight, Dr. Shelby deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble, Cole, but I have it on good authority that Dr. Shelby isn't even a certified therapist. My sources on the health board say he dropped out of medical school to visit Tibet on some kind of spiritual excursion. That guy's a fraud. Boom! Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
I think I hear R-Truth calling out for help from little Jimmy. Maybe Truth should ask Kofi first.
Guys, when the WWE Universe has the power on Monday Night Raw, they can be really nutty. Case in point, a few weeks ago, the WWE Universe voted on social media to have Daniel Bryan and Kane hug it out in the middle of the ring. Yes, folks, his shoulders are down.
E o que é um upper submission?
The tag. Double Irish whip.
I think we know what this is. Kofi Kingston is obviously showing concern for R-Truth, as any good tag team partner would.
We haven't really been seeing that kind of concern for a partner between Kane and Bryan, however.
We've been seeing Daniel and Kane in therapy for weeks now. It's not anger management that these
Faz
two
o
need.
thing,
What they need
R-Truth.
is respect from the WWE Universe. These yes chance fans do are an absolute mockery to Daniel Bryan. I don't blame him one bit for being angry.
And that one drops him.
Somebody's on a mission tonight.
You know, Corey, I see Daniel's issues with the S-Champ, but I don't have a problem.
Here comes Daniel Bryan sending Kingston across the ring.
And Daniel Bryan looking to put Kofi Kingston away for the tag team titles. Drop kick. Kingston's in trouble.
Kane
are in peril. The big red machine making the long climb to the top rope.
I don't think Bryan wanted Kane to make the tag.
No, not at all. He felt like he was in control. Now Kane is heading up top.
It's just a matter of time till this team implodes. We know they can't stand each other.
Kofi Kingston.
Look at Bryan. Bryan is hanging on to the ankle of Kane.
Kingston.
Crash and burn.
And now Daniel Bryan. Shoved away by Kane.
This is hilarious.
Bryan with a shot to Kane.
What is happening?
And that's Kane off the top rope. Splash into a cover. New tag team champions.
Oh my God.
No way.
Yes way.
I cannot believe what we just saw.
What we just saw is two men in Kane and Daniel Bryan. Who can't stand each other, but now they're tag team champions.
Kane can't believe it. Daniel Bryan is celebrating.
No amount of therapy could have prepared the WWE Universe for this. This is going to be a disaster.
Can you imagine Kane and Daniel Bryan as tag team champions?
You don't have to imagine it. It's a reality.
And it's weird.
I guess anger management worked, well, at least somewhat, right?
Team champions! I am the tag team champions! I am the tag
And look at this.
Can't even agree who the real champion is.
Well, it's both of them, Byron.
tag team champions! I am the tag team champions!
This is going to be interesting to watch. There's obviously no argument here. They both won the titles.
They can't even enjoy the victory together.
Oh, watch out.
The Big Red Machine certainly not pleased with the situation, but he can call himself one half of the tag team champions.
Foi engraçado este dia. Que caralho.
A sold-out Raw here in Charleston, South Carolina. Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton started the night with a double disqualification, but they will settle things in the main event with a street fight.
Randy Orton called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Kane called Daniel Bryan a weak link. Bryan is here to prove that he is not a weak link.
Tall order as he faces 9-time WWE champion Randy Orton.
Drop kick!
Oh, right in the back.
Ooh, what impact. You gotta believe this one's over.
I didn't think technical wrestling wizard Daniel Bryan could hold his own in a street fight, but he's doing pretty well so far.
We're really starting to see the versatility in Bryan's repertoire here.
Yeah, but a versatile repertoire means nothing if Orton can pull off an RKO out of nowhere.
Harsh impact.
Caralho, para onde que eu tenho que mandar? Passa para aqui.
Byron, he looks like he has no idea where he is.
Yeah, he is definitely on Dream Street, Michael.
Is he gonna... that'll do some serious damage.
It's kind of a shame that Orton and Bryan are fighting tonight, and that they will also be brawling with Kane in the Money in the Bank match, since those three men are the only trio to pin or submit the Shield in a six-man tag team match.
It's even more impressive when you consider the trios that fell to the Shield. At WrestleMania, Orton, Sheamus, and The Big Show failed. On the Raw 2 weeks after WrestleMania, Team Hell No and The Undertaker couldn't do it. Last week, Team Hell No and Orton finally beat the Shield, and in 3 weeks, they'll be fighting each other for Money in the Bank. This rivalry between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton has been simmering for weeks and looks to violently explode during this street fight.
Bryan has been determined to show he can beat Orton. Last week on Raw, Randy Orton won the match via ref stoppage when Bryan injured his arm. Bryan got a countout win 4 days later on SmackDown, but he wants a definitive win over the Viper here tonight. Oh boy, he is rolling.
We recounted Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton's matches as of late. We thought it would be settled in tonight's opening match, but they brawled to a double disqualification.
Well, you won't see a count-out, DQ, or an injury in this match. One of these guys is going to be pinned or submitted at the conclusion of this street fight.
Ringside é fora ou é dentro?
Daniel Bryan has been consumed with the idea that he's a weak link due to his performances in tag team competition as of late.
Well, Bryan tends to be consumed by just about every minor annoyance, but he did take the pin in 3 straight tag team championship losses to the Shield.
Suplex.
Very nice.
Bringing back up Daniel Bryan as a weak link. Note that he's not sorry he let Kane down when he cost Team Hell No the tag titles, or that he failed Randy Orton in their quest for the tag titles. Bryan's just thinking about himself here.
Look, Bryan may have faltered in those matches, but Bryan was also the guy who got Seth Rollins to tap out for the Shield's first ever 6-man tag team loss. He can obviously be a team player, but right now, Bryan is out to prove he's a single superstar.
Então, caralho.
Suplex. Randy Orton has had rage issues, and Daniel Bryan is no stranger to anger management. Who has the advantage in a twisted match like this?
There's a world of difference between how Bryan and Orton process their anger. Orton's turned it into a Hall of Fame career. Bryan suffered some of his worst losses due to his mental issues.
Caralho, foda-se. Outra vez.
Daniel Bryan has a major task ahead of him tonight. He's got to beat a man with just about every accolade on his resume.
There's a pin now.
Oh, mano, foda-se, eu aponto pra ali, ele tá a apontar pro outro lado.
Beautiful technique. Oh, what's this gonna be? Uh-oh. Powerbomb!
We compared Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan's accolades before, and Daniel Bryan has a decent resume too, as he's won Money in the Bank and has held the U.S. title, tag team titles, and the world title 1 time each.
That's just it, Cole. Bryan's had a taste of success. Orton's been feasting on it forever.
What's he got in mind? He has something big planned.
The Apex Predator might be fading here.
What's coming next?
We're seeing 2 favorites of the WWE Universe battle it out here, and it's fitting that the WWE Universe voted for this to be a street fight.
The hashtags have been trending all night on social media, but the people picked a street fight over a Falls Count Anywhere and a lumberjack match. I normally disagree with the people, but they made a good call here tonight.
Puta que pariu.
Clothesline!
Right in the back of the neck.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
Looks like setting up for a suplex.
Looking to finish things off.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan. Oh my goodness!
tô entendendo, mano.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match, too. I wonder if Bryan's going to be able to stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
I think Daniel Bryan will thrive, actually. He's won Money in the Bank more recently than Kane, and Randy Orton still hasn't won Money in the Bank after multiple attempts.
Got the reversal.
I'm not surprised that Randy Orton couldn't make it as a tag team partner for Daniel Bryan. He hasn't had the best track record with allies this year.
That's true, Byron. Orton put his neck out for the Big Show to help him and Sheamus take on the Shield at WrestleMania. That match ended with Big Show punching out both his partners.
Cara, eu não tô entendendo.
You two gentlemen mentioned Orton's bad luck with...
Peraí, o que que diz aqui? Foda-se, não tô entendendo.
Tag partners. After Big Show's betrayal, Sheamus and Orton couldn't get along. It's a minor miracle that Orton helped Team Hell No beat the Shield.
Needless to say, I don't think we'll be seeing Orton teaming up with anyone in that locker room for quite some time after tonight.
Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan are both as tough as they come, and this is a matter of pride between both men. These are two guys who
Bryan certainly wasn't respectful when he cashed in Money in the Bank on the Big Show. You do what you can to get ahead in this industry.
Corey, that's all in the past. The WWE Universe loves both these guys because they're all about competition, not cheating.
Incredible. There was a lot of force behind that one.
There it is. Did you hear that crack? Oh boy, he is rolling.
There it is.
Did you hear that crack? We saw Team Hell No dissolve last week on Raw as both Kane and Daniel Bryan turned their sights towards the WWE Championship.
Step one in that process is beating Randy Orton. Defeating a guy of Orton's stature puts you near the front of the line for title opportunities.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
This guy's more than
Going back to Kane and Daniel Bryan's breakup, it seemed cordial, but their paths could easily cross again if one of them attains the WWE Championship.
Yeah, that reminds me, Michael. Team Hell No didn't officially hug it out when they broke up.
A street fight is apropos for Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, seen as both men will take part in a Money in the Bank ladder match.
Deixa eu ver qual é o seguinte.
In 3 weeks' time.
All the weapons we'll see Bryan and Orton sling tonight is just a prelude to
hoje não faço mais live
the
stream.
steel ladders that play in a Money in the Bank match.
Falta esta merda, mano.
Oh, what impact!
You two brought up the upcoming Money in the Bank match. Don't forget that Kane's in that match
Você
too.
pode dar erro, você pode dar erro.
Bryan's going to be able to
Hoje.
stay sane with so many agitating factors in play in that match.
I think Daniel Bryan will thrive, actually. He's won Money in the Bank more recently than Kane, and Randy Orton still hasn't won Money in the Bank after multiple attempts.
Looking for the exclamation point.
him. The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Randy Orton has had rage issues, and Daniel Bryan is no... He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Oh, no. KO out of nowhere.
The Viper strikes again. I love it.
We've got to cover. 1, 2, and he kicks out.
How in the world?
At this point... It looks like even the winner of this match will walk out of here beaten and battered.
I don't know how much more damage one person can take. I don't care how tough you are.
Given their performances tonight, it's too bad one of these superstars has to walk out of here on the losing end.
Back now inside the ring. Not so fast.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Ah, mano, foda-se, está sempre a reverter o yes lock, mano. Foda-se.
Is it locks in? What's Randy Orton gonna do?
Will the Viper tap out? Orton's in serious trouble.
Trying to drag himself to the ropes, but remember the ropes aren't gonna cause a break here.
Guys.
Because it's a street fight. And Orton with a kendo stick. Whoa!
Repeated strikes with a kendo stick. Orton wearing the weapon out on Daniel Bryan's body.
Just what the WWE's Apex Predator needs is a weapon.
It's all perfectly legal.
You will find absolutely, oh my God, no remorse whatsoever from Randy Orton.
All the frustration inside the Viper bubbling over. Orton's like a man possessed. This won't end well.
And he's got Bryan on the second rope. Randy Orton could be closing in on a victory. Oh, vintage Orton with a DDT.
I think that's the beginning of the end, gentlemen. Randy Orton seems to be preparing to go to that place.
Randy Orton is focused. Randy Orton could be closing in on victory.
Looking for the RKO. No.
Backslide by Bryan. Shoulders are down.
Oh.
Orton kicks out. Now on a kick by Daniel Bryan, and now kendo stick in hand.
Oh,
and Bryan unloading on Orton.
Bryan returning the favor.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
When this guy's on, look out. Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
Incredible.
There's a lot of force behind that one.
There it is.
Did you hear that crack? Harsh impact. The Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force behind that one.
There it is.
Did you hear that?
You gotta believe this one's over.
The Viper strikes again. I love it.
This could end it in a hurry. Oh no.
Hey, mano, foda-se.
Follow up here.
Corey, check this out.
Yeah, that was amazing.
We gotta cover. 1, 2. How does he keep doing that? the way of that one.
Backbreaker flawlessly executed.
He could pin his opponent right here.
It's over. Never say die attitude out of him.
Not yet.
Hey, no porque, mano.
Oh, what incredible power.
Wow, what a vertical suplex.
Ai, que choquinho de vez em quando, né?
That's going to hurt. Tear your hamstring.
Look at this.
True testament to grit.
So resilient.
No, reverses it.
Lá, quebrou.
Not where he wants to be right now.
Hey, he got himself into this mess.
He's got to get himself out of it now.
Oh, man.
He's playing with him now.
If he sticks this, he is done.
Oh, the Viper getting absolutely pounded right now.
Incredible.
There was a lot of force.
Daniel Bryan using the kendo stick for leverage. And Orton taps out. Randy Orton taps out.
What a win for Daniel Bryan.
Career-defining win for Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan with one of the biggest victories of his career.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a physically grueling battle between Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton, and boy, does Bryan earn this.
Gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it up to Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's going to be feeling the effects of this one for some time.
Oh, hold on.
Orton offering a sign of respect.
That's what you love to see. Two great superstars, two great warriors displaying their mutual respect for each other.
Foda-se.